Okay, this video is about near-death experiences. And if you're like most human beings, you've had a near-death experience, but hopefully you haven't, because that means that you were probably near death, all right? But if you're like me and many other people, you've probably had one. So let's just jump into it. A near-death experience, you know what I'm saying? I've had many of them. And usually your life flashes right before your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Your life flashes before your eyes. You see many details very quickly. Like in less than a second, you will see everything that happened in your life. If not everything, major parts. You'll have different emotions and different feelings that will come over you that you probably haven't felt in a long time, if ever, right? And what this is an example of the fourth dimension. You know, people are always talking about show and prove, show and prove. Where's your evidence? What book did you read that out of? Nah, you don't need no book for this. This is real life evidence of the fourth dimension. You know what I'm saying? So what I mean by the fourth dimension is time. So usually when you're having a near-death experience, you see your whole life flash before your eyes before a millisecond. That is the bending of time. It is your existence on the third dimension being snatched up. So once you get snatched up out of that third dimension, you're now looking over it, and time is no longer linear. It's the blink of an eye, the twinkling of an eye. You're now looking at the third dimensional existence as a god, because you're now in a higher realm of a dimension. So changing dimensions is not a physical thing. It's a mental, spiritual thing. So again, having a near-death experience gives you first-hand accounts of the fourth dimensional existence. Okay. Not only that, it gives you an account of the fifth dimensional existence as well. And what is the fifth dimension? The fifth dimension are different paths of time, different legs or different branches of a tree of time. Should you go right? Should you go left? Should you go back? Should you go up? Should you go down? What if I went right? What if I went left? What would happen? These are different options. And that's what near-death experiences gives you, because you could have easily have died or perished and your third dimensional existence would be over. You could have easily lost a limb. You could have easily lost a loved one. You can easily change someone else's life forever. There's so many things that happen in that instance of a near-death experience. You are now observing existence outside of what you think or perceive as third dimensional time, because your life could have changed dramatically in that very slight instance, but it didn't. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, if you do leave a near-death experience unscathed at all, normally or more than likely, you have experienced divine intervention. And what that means is you probably have guardian angels that surround you. If not one, maybe many. And for whatever reasons, they adjusted or helped you maneuver through this crosshair, this intersection of dimensions. Near-death experiences are intersections of dimensions. Okay? So our ancestors, or quote unquote guardian angels, they live in these higher realms of dimensional state. If they haven't graduated past certain dimensions, they usually just tend to kind of hang around the fourth and fifth. They do. You know what I'm saying? So they may be on your side, help you make a decision, move some things around so you can make a decision. You know, so be very, very thankful if you have a near-death experience and you do come out unscathed, because that is another example and another proof of evidence of metaphysical intervention, if you will. You know what I mean? Speaking of guardians, have you ever wondered why they talk about cats and how cats have 9 lives? What the fuck does this mean? Why do they say cats have 9 lives? Well, back in the days of Egypt, they really looked at cats as being not protectors more so of, but just guardians of spirits or guardians of souls. If you look at a cat moves very metaphysically. You want to know why? Because all cats, just like all animals, are connected to a soul, one soul. So there is a soul of sorts that is feline. You know what I'm saying? But all the cats are connected to this feline soul. Same thing with dogs. All dogs are connected to a canine type soul. Even humans have a lot of animals in them, and they're also connected to these souls. This is how you are connected to animals, and this is how you tap into your spirit animal. Whole different video. Might do that next month. I digress. But the reason why cats have this quote unquote term 9 lives is because they are the guardian, and they sit in the realm of fourth and fifth dimensions. That soul of feline sits in that realm. This is why they have that moniker, 9 lives. Okay. Time itself is a very delicate, very bendable or malleable dimension, and it does intersect with almost everything. It's all about its perception, or your perception of it. You know what I'm saying? To completely understand a near-death experience, you would have to completely understand time. So with that being said, that's my quick little video about near-death experiences. I hope you liked it. And log on to newmysteryschool.com for tools to help you in your ascension. Also, if you want to holler at me, you could definitely order a study session, a one-on-one study session. With that being said, you already know what it is. Keep them third eyes open. I'm out.